Oh boy, we are back. It's been way too long. Like, man, when was the last time I recorded like 2 months ago, and I've been recording recently, I suppose. But before that, I was recording 2 months ago, and we are back with Magium after like. When was the last time I ever recorded? I think the last time I uploaded was in May. I think I might have recorded in April or something. I don't remember much. But yeah, it's been way too long since I've recorded Magium. I don't know why I was like, I'm holding on to this. I'm only in chapter 11. I don't even know. And there's this book 2 and 3 as well after this. So this is going to be a fucking long stretch. But we'll see. So as far as I can remember, what we did last time was Araka. I mean, again, I'm gonna have to revise the names of the characters again, so I'm just gonna give a quick revision. There is one chapter that I might have uploaded like yesterday or day before yesterday, which had like just a normal episode. Well, that's because I recorded before. I didn't upload it till now, and so I'm making this update thing in here now. So what I remember from it is that we were in a fight with Araka. She killed us, but Rose at the last second like revised the time and she got trapped again. And this time we are fighting the Necromancer and his buddy. I don't remember his buddy is alive or not. I think there were 2 of them, right? And is his buddy alive? Oh no, right, his buddy should be alive because the time reversed. So his buddy should be alive, and I don't know why, but only we have the memories, but she doesn't. Which one of us does have memory of it? I'm sure Rose has the memory. Araka certainly has the memory. No, everyone does have the memory. I do remember the dwarf talking about it. I forgot the dwarf's name, by the way, but whatever. So we were then fighting the Stillwater skeletons. We are looking for a weakness. We don't know. I remember that we took a little reading on our little stat device, and it said that there's some emergency mode that needs to be activated. So we're gonna try and activate that today. Before I begin, I'm gonna be addressing like 2 comments. Some people said one person said that I need to increase the size of the episodes, but after this point I'm gonna be uploading daily Magium for at least a little while. I'm planning to upload for a little while, at least straight. I'm guessing like 2 weeks at least. I'm gonna be just uploading Magium straight, so it should be fine. Just 10 minutes episode because yeah, it's easier for me. I have to record every single day, alright? So it's better if the episodes are kept to 10 minutes. But I can't really go above that without going crazy and have to like suffer. My real life starts to suffer because of all this. But other than that, there was another comment who said like I don't read the chapter. Actually, I'm just reading through it without actually taking in the essence of it, which I do realize that sometimes when there are like nothing too engaging going on the screen, my mind sort of wanders and I just become like a corpse that's just reading. So yeah, I will take that into account. So I will try and speak slower and take everything in and pay attention. Even if I don't speak slower, I will try and pay attention. So thank you for that comment. I will certainly take that comment to heart. So let us begin. So we were around, for time to think this through. I'm going to have to rely on my guts. Right, we are going to activate the stat device thing. So let's start with this. As I tap the emergency mode message, I suddenly feel a great amount of energy surging through my body, similar to what happened before my fight with the dragon. Just like last time, I realized that I now have access to an impressive roster of spells, as well as the knowledge required to be able to cast them. Okay, so hold on. I thought the device only pumped energy into him, and the reason why he was able to use spells before when he was fighting with the dragon was because that, because he have been studying about mages since child, so I thought he would like knew the spells in theory, and that's the reason why he was able to use them. But apparently that's not the case. He's saying like that's not it. The reason he's able to use them is because the device also shoves the information to use them into his mind, which is less impressive on his part, I suppose, as well as the knowledge required to be able to cast them. For a moment, I could see 2 additional stats being displayed on the device screen next to the 9 existent ones. The stats were named magical power and magical knowledge, but they disappeared almost as quickly as they appeared. So there are secret settings in this. I don't think I have anything in here. Yeah, we don't have anything. Maybe they will show up sometime. So if this is where the story is going, who knows? Maybe the story will end with us not becoming a mage. It's like, oh, the true journey was the friends we made all along. But whatever, the true gift, I suppose. I'm honestly surprised that my stat device isn't reacting to. Wait, What did I go? Oh, it takes me up whenever I opens the stat menu, unfortunately. For a moment I could see 2 additional stats being displayed on the device screen next to the 9 existent ones. The stats were named magical power and magical knowledge, but they disappeared almost as quickly as they appeared. So what level were they? Were they maxed out? I still don't understand how the device was able to gather this much energy. Last time it was pumped in, and this time it's like just in the vicinity, which means the device will have to suck it in itself, which should be less effective than Aiden shoving his power into it. But whatever. I think I may be starting to understand what's happening. This emergency mode somehow powers up 2 hidden stats that I don't normally have access to, but it only does so temporarily when the device gets a hold of a surplus of energy that it can't assimilate itself. This is how Aiden powered up my device for my fight with Tyrath. I'm sure of it. The feeling I'm getting is exactly the same as back then, even though I don't seem to have access to nearly as many spells as I did last time. Okay, so it's not as effective as when Aiden did it, because he had to do it himself, and obviously he has a much larger energy pool than some skeletons of skill waters or whatever. So this line is interesting. When the device gets hold of a surplus amount of energy that it can't assimilate itself. So if the device is capable of taking the energy that is available to it, then it will turn it into stat points, and then they will be available to us to deploy, employ. What's the word for it? Use. Let's just go with that. Use. But in this case, it seems that whenever it gets such a huge amount of energy that it can't really assimilate into our body straight up, it just adds them. If we activate this emergency mode, it adds them to those secret magical power and magical knowledge. So sooner or later he is going to actually have access to magical spells, I feel like. I mean, if he gets in 2 or 3 or more of these situations, I don't think these magical power and magical knowledge stats are only temporary to the point where this guy, as long as the device has energy, will be able to use these. I feel like the device is slowly putting points into this, maybe like a 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and eventually once he gets to like 1 point in each category, he will be able to use some magic. Maybe he'll be able to detect magic, maybe he'll be able to use magic, or maybe at least have knowledge about magic, that magical knowledge perk. We're not sure about that, but I feel like that's the case. I feel like this is more permanent than they're trying to show, but we'll see. Right, this time around it seems that I don't have any flight or teleportation spells available, so I guess I have to move around the old-fashioned way. I'm also missing some of the bigger spells I had access to last time, and I can feel that the power behind each of my spells is significantly weaker than it was when Aiden powered up the device. Regardless, this is the best chance I've got to turn the tables around, and I need to take full advantage of this opportunity. I'll first need to decide whether I want to engage the enemy alone, or if I should try to work with everyone as a team in order to take the skeletons out. Working as a team has its advantages, but it also means that I may be forced to limit the firepower behind some of my spells in order to avoid endangering my teammates. However, if I convince them to wait here, I can provide them with various protection that will keep them safe. Both keep them safe and out of my way for the duration of the fight. However, if I can convince them to wait here, I can provide them with various protections. No, they have to be an asset to us. I can't fight them alone. And on top of that, it says like I will have to reduce the power of my spells. I believe my power of my spells is already very low, because he said that he does not have as much energy as he had when Aiden shoved his power into it. So I think I'm going to fight as a team. I think that would be better. It would be too risky to fight them all for myself. By myself, coordinating my attacks with everyone else would definitely increase our chances of victory. There are 5 still waters in total, of which 4 seem to be elementalist, and that each have mastery over different magical element. The 5th appears to be specialized in supporting the others by either weakening the enemy's defenses or casting protection on his allies. Given their perfect lineup, I'm going to assume that they were part of a squad during Stillwinter, and they died together during one of the missions. However, the 5 of them combined are nowhere near Aiden's level. They may have a lot of magical power and energy, but besides that, they're not any different from regular mages. The elementalists don't have control over more than one element. Supporting mage isn't casting any other spells than the ones he's specialized in. None of them seems to be able to ignore the laws of magic in the same way Aiden does. So Aiden, not only because he's super old, I believe he's once said that he was like over 600, 700 years old. So not only has like immense knowledge, he has also gathered immense power. So over the years his power has grown. I don't know if it's natural that his power has grown to this extent. I'm sure because he was a Stillwater, he had gotten an advantage at the start of his life's journey. But was he just born with this much magical power, or like did he over time use his magical knowledge to eventually get this much magical power, which is more interesting if that is the case. But whatever.